Reason one why your partner may not let you go down on them is because they believe that their genitalia is ugly and or disformed, or it doesn't look like the pussies that they have seen in textbooks. When we grow up and we are brought into health class, they use one image to showcase your vulva, and it's typically a white woman's vulva, or a cartoon, there we go, of a white woman's vulva, and everything looks absolutely perfect. Like her lips are perfectly proportioned, her clit is perfectly proportioned, her inner and outer lips are perfect. And women grow up and they see that image, and then they see that what's between their legs, and they think to themselves, oh my God, my pussy does not look like that. There is something wrong with my pussy, which is not the truth at all, but because this is the only one image that we're exposed to, we believe that something is wrong with our genitalia. Your vagina is like a snowflake, right? They are all individualized. They come in different colors, different shapes, different textures. Some people's clits are small, some are big, some people's lips are tight, some are saggy. All of them are completely normal. Some people's skin is darker down there. It's all normal, but because we grow up with this one textbook image in our head, when our body doesn't look like that, we begin to sit here and say there's something wrong with down there. And I don't want to see, I don't want anyone there between my legs. And the opposite sex, or everyone's educated the exact same way. So there are people in the past who have had the experience of having someone go down on them, and because their partner has only seen this one image, their partner does say something like, there's something wrong with your vagina. It doesn't look right. Or why do your lips look like that? Which make people then fear their bodies even more because they feel like they're a freak. And so all of these insecurities build up past traumatic relationships, build up in their head, and then they don't want to participate in oral sex because they believe that they are ugly and disformed down there, which isn't the truth at all. And if that is holding you back from experiencing oral sex, to any of the women who are watching this, please know that we are all beautiful. All of our bodies are beautiful, and they're meant to be different. And your partner loves the way you look down there. And if they don't, it's about ditching the partner, not sitting here and being hard on yourself, because it is normal the way you look down there, and you do deserve to feel immense pleasure. But I can understand why people are so insecure about letting other people between their legs, because of the fact that their pussy doesn't look like what we think it should. On top of that, there is so much anti-pussy marketing, is what I call it, that we grow up with as a woman in society, that is telling us that our pussy is gross, that it's disgusting, that it smells weird, it's supposed to taste a certain way. Y'all, it's genitalia. It's going to taste like genitalia. It's not going to taste like fucking pineapple or strawberry. But we're made to believe that what is between our legs is gross. And this is why you see a lot of marketing that is gearing towards douching, which is not good for you, by the way. Any type of, cleansers, or any type of sprays that make your pussy smell like juniper breeze when it's not meant to smell that way. And so then we get paranoid, or your partner may be getting paranoid about the way they smell and the way they taste, because they believe, once again, their pussy is disgusting because that's what marketing tells them. On top of that, society tends to glorify male pleasure, or at least discuss male pleasure, much more than they do female pleasure. And so women aren't given the permission to feel the amount of pleasure that they're allowed to, or when they do, they don't realize that that is normal, because in textbooks, we don't talk about the 12 different types of orgasms that women have. We don't talk about female squirting or female ejaculation. And we are told as women, you're not allowed to feel pleasure. Your main purpose here is to procreate. And so when women start feeling intense pleasure, that sometimes makes them very scared. And with oral sex tends to come really intense pleasure when it's done right, especially when the clit is stimulated. And remember, the clit has 10,000 nerve endings. So when it is stimulated, that pleasure is ridiculously intense for a woman. And those are just a few of what could be hundreds of reasons why your partner may be self-conscious about you going down on them. So how do you make your partner feel more comfortable about it? You sit down and have the conversation with them. Allow them to open up to you and provide a safe space of like non-judgmental zone of I am just here to listen and support you, and let them just be honest and tell you the reasons why they are so nervous about it. Just listen. And I mean that by, I know that your partner is going to be here. They're going to be pouring out their heart about like their past trauma and everything. And you're going to want to sit there and be like, I'm not like that. Like you're going to, in a way, get defensive towards it because you're going to want to prove to them that you are not like past partners. This isn't about you. This is about just allowing them to air their insecurities and their grievances out loud while providing a safe space to do so. So sit and just listen to them. And at the end of the conversation, you just say, thank you so much for sharing that with me. It makes me feel better knowing what is going on and why you do not like this. And in the future, if you would be open to exploring it, I would love to have the discussion with you about why I would love participating in oral sex with you. I want you to receive pleasure. And when you're open and when you're ready for it, I'd love for you to listen to my point of view on this. And then you do not put pressure on them. You do not force them to sit down the next day. Tell them when you're ready, come to me and we can have this conversation. That way they're allowed to express themselves without feeling like, oh, this expression means it's an obligation to have to participate in this sexual act. No, it doesn't. It's allowing them to get that off their chest, for you to be a supportive partner, and then for them to come to you when they're ready to take it to the next level, if they're ever ready. And I say if because your partner may not want to ever participate in oral sex. They just might not be comfortable with that. And it is your job to support them in their decision. But let me tell you, pressuring them to do something that they are uncomfortable with is going to lead to a horrible time for both of you. Because then they're going to feel that they have to do it out of obligation rather than want. And it's just not going to work. And so allowing them to come to that decision on their own that they want to come back and possibly try that sexual experience, and them bringing that to you and saying, okay, I'm ready, I'm open to have this discussion, let's talk about it. It's going to make better communication, it's going to make a better relationship, and it's going to make them want to do it from a place of like genuine want rather than obligation. And so take the pressure off and just let them know that you're there to support them. That's all that you can do. Saying that though, I do want to have this discussion with any women that may be following me that are insecure about someone going down on them for whatever reason it is. Like, you deserve to feel that amount of pleasure because it is pleasureful. And you shouldn't allow your past experiences to dictate your future like pleasure. And I know that's so much easier said than done, and I recognize that, but you deserve the right to feel pleasure on every level. With every like capability that your body is able to produce, you are allowed to feel that, and you deserve to feel that. So in the future, if you even slightly want to try it, I highly suggest you do. And you just allow yourself to be in the moment and feel that pleasure. Just feel it, because you fucking deserve it. I once had a woman respond to one of my videos on like tips about oral sex about being like, that's disgusting. I would never let my partner go down between my legs. That's fucking dirty. And that killed my soul. Because the only reason that she believes that is because society has told her that. And now she is missing out on a form of pleasure that not only she should feel, but she has every single right in her body to feel. And so I never want a woman to come into this world and feel like her body is dirty and shameful and she doesn't deserve to feel happiness and fucking pure ecstasy, because you do deserve to feel all of those things. So in the future, just try and open your mind, expand your way of thinking, and try something new for yourself, and not for anybody else, but for yourself to feel that pleasure.